Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, a lot of times when we handle divorces and we go before the court, it's well known that there's the expectation that evidence will be produced that the court needs in order to appropriately evaluate certain things. What's the business worth? What's the house worth? How much money do the parties have? If we're dividing something, we need to know what we're dividing. So what's the worth of what we're dividing? These are common questions that are asked all the time. And the court has a mechanism by which discovery can be done and disclosures can be made in order to figure this out in a fair and equitable manner. The problem is, every now and then somebody will come up and say, well, look, I know that my soon-to-be ex makes a lot more money than he or she reports. It's a cash business, they hide money, they put money away, they do things, and I know that my ex is deliberately under-evaluating or understating income to keep child support and alimony numbers low. Well, what do? You're going to have a little bit of a challenge there, because if, let's say, you've been married 18 years and there's a cash business, and all these years the parties have told Uncle Sam that they make $22,000 a year, and you believe that there's $100,000, $200,000. It's all cash. Maybe they make $22,000 on the books, but the other, 78 or 178 is off the books. They don't tell anybody about it. Meanwhile, you've been benefiting from all that cash for the 18 years of your marriage, and now you want to come and say, well, the numbers are wrong. There is a notion that the court might look at this and say, well, you're complaining about it now. Somehow you didn't complain about it when you were signing the tax returns under penalty of perjury, that's the amount of money you made. Somehow it didn't bother you then. Your hands are not really clean as to the subject matter to be complaining about it now. Let's put that aside momentarily and figure, even if we had a judge who was going to be open-minded about it, and was going to say, okay, that's what you made those years, but this year you made all this money, and where is it? Be prepared to show to the court exactly where that money is. If you can't show a vault with stacks of hundreds in it or bars of gold in it, you're going to have to reconstruct that level of wealth so that the court understands that, in fact, it's there. So, if you got $22,000, you got what you got, $500, $400 a week. Well, if you're paying a $3,000 mortgage, there's going to be questions asked about how that's done. If there's an $800 car payment, court's going to want to know how that's done. In other words, you can reconstruct your lifestyle to show the court that the numbers being presented are wrong. Yes, you might have to answer, how come you said they were right before? And you can say, I'm an innocent spouse. I didn't know about it. I'm not permitted to talk about this. I signed tax returns, whatever they put in front of me, but I didn't realize, I didn't know. You can claim ignorance. Maybe the court will buy it. But either way, if you want to show actively from this point forward that your ex makes much more money, the way to do it is to reconstruct lifestyle. You might also need to enlist the help of a private investigator who might be able to follow your ex around and find out, for example, what clubs he goes to, how many times a week does he go out to dinner at fancy restaurants, where does he go to the casino routinely and blow a lot of money. These are the kind of things that someone who's legitimately making $22,000 a year doesn't do. So there's a way that you can show to the court that everything in writing is not exactly accurate, and there's more to it than meets the eye. But if you want to have that kind of thing and prove those kind of proofs to the court, you've got to be prepared to answer some difficult questions and submit to the court whatever pictorial or other evidence you can to show that there's a lifestyle that is not consistent with the amount of money being reported. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.